Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to another video. All right, excuse the fingers, I took the nails off. I had to work. I can't type with that stuff on. Anyway, as you can tell from the title, I am finally, after recording this video probably 4 or 5 times, going to share my debt with you guys. Because like I said, my channel is about me saving for retirement, just build up my savings and paying off debt, because when I retire, I don't want to be in debt. I do not. So I am going to go into now, the way I want to do this is I am going to list them in the Snowball Method. So that way you'll see the smallest to the largest debt, what my monthly payment is. I just looked up all of my balances last night. Today is what, Thursday? No, today is Wednesday. Wednesday, May 7th. So these are my balances as of May the 6th. And yeah, so let me get into it. Let's see what my total debt is. And we are going to get on this journey and pay this stuff off, honey. We're going to pay this off. So this is ridiculous. All right, so let me get into the first thing. What I have first is, and I do write at an angle. Let me make sure I'm in frame. I don't want to make it too big, because here we go. Oh, the sheet is from Taj with Beautiful Budgets. It was on her Ko-Fi shop. I will leave the link below if you would like to look at it or download it and use it for yourself. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, that's perfect. That works. Anyway, all right, let me get into it. So the first debt. Now, my first debt is, if you've ever watched any of my budget videos, you hear me say I have 4 phones, 2 watches, So I still have 2 phones that I am paying on. And as I was thinking today, as everyone is like coming home from school, they're going to be working, they're going to be living at home, we're going to have a conversation. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So my first debt is for my cell phone, for one cell phone. And I don't typically write big, so my handwriting doesn't look as good. Hopefully you got, let me go in something. Here we go. Okay, the monthly payment for one of the phones is $34.59. And the balance on this particular phone is $276.66. So that's that one. The next phone is, put cell phone again. And I put them out separately because I want to know as soon as one is paid off, then that's it. I'm not doing that anymore. This one is $33.34, and this is why my cell phone bill is kind of high, because that's like $70 off, well, $68 for cell phone. The balance on this one is $620.80. So there's that one. Now my next debt, and I'm looking at my list, which is in front of me. My next one is, if I'm going in order from smallest to largest, is going to be a Burlington credit card. Now, this Burlington credit card is no longer open. It is officially closed. So my monthly payment is, I am just paying on it, just like $10 a month or whatever. But the balance on this is $838.79. The next item is a Milestone credit card. And this one, I also pay $10 per month. The balance on this is $882.49. And a lot of this debt that you're seeing, like cell phones, yeah, they come up. But some of the stuff that you're seeing is stuff that may have happened during the pandemic. Some of it is after I purchased my home and I got myself in a financial situation after I purchased my home. And then, yeah. And then all of a sudden between jobs doing what they were doing, trying to raise two sons and get them through school. Things happened. So I am trying to get all this stuff paid off and be done with it. My next debt is, if I look at this correctly, is my Capital One credit card. Yep, my Capital One credit card. Okay, so my Capital One credit card, the balance on this one is $1,237.40. Now, you know, with Capital One, the minimum payment is usually running at like $50 or $60. So I'm not going to put a monthly amount here because it's not a set amount. My next one is an op loan. And that one is $200 a month. And the balance on that one is 1297.83. All right, so that's that one. Okay, so that clears up those two. Now my next one, make sure I get this right. There it is a Mercury. I'm trying to make sure I do this right because I'm telling you, if I do it wrong, I'll start all over again. 2688112 Mercury credit card. Now, how I got this one is, at a certain point, I call myself working on my credit because my credit wasn't as good, and this one I think is $18 a month. And what ended up happening was my mindset, irregardless of them saying, oh, you qualify for this card, you can get that card, or you qualify for this loan, my mindset was not in a place to do that. And that was one of my issues, because all I saw was someone telling me yes, but I wasn't budgeting the way my budgeting journey might have been at the beginning versus where it's at now. So when I'm looking at it now, it's like, there's no way you can convince me that I need to do that. Back then, yes, because I was like, oh, good, I can get the card. It can help me to get on top of my bills. But no, all I did was add another monthly amount to what I needed to pay. So, yeah, so if I could give advice to anyone, it's when they tell you that you qualify for another credit card or you qualify for this loan, if you're already struggling with your budget, I don't care what you qualify for. The monthly amount doesn't fit into your monthly budget. That's just another item that you're adding to your budget where you're already struggling to pay and stay afloat. So that was where I got trapped at. And I just hope and pray that even if I could say one thing that would help somebody else, that would be it. If they say do this to build your credit, if you're already not being able to save, or you're not able to pay all your bills every month and then still have money set aside, you can't afford that extra one. It doesn't even make sense to do it. All right, so next is I have another is it another op loan? Yes. And this one right now is 25. And that's 4145.34 for that one. And then I have an upgrade loan. So this one, because I got this loan and then I stopped paying it. I'm just putting myself out there. I'm being honest with you guys and letting you know this is what it is. So when you see this on my budget and you hear me say settlement, this is one of those settlements. And I have to pay $100 a month for it because I was not being a good steward. And I'm not going to say I wasn't being a good steward, but I was also robbing Peter to pay Paul, as you would hear people say. I was doing what I needed to do to make sure that my household was taken care of. Now I am in a different space. I am at a different mindset. So now it's, let me get this stuff cleared off and let me do what I need to do for my future, for my retirement, and for everything else. So my upgrade loan, the balance on this one is $5,101.07. And then I have Lending Club. So when you see my other, and I just say settlement number 2, this is the one that I am referring to. And even when I took these out, I saw the interest rate on these loans, and I still took them out. I still took them out. And it's so crazy because I think I remember doing this one. And as I was talking to the person on the phone, something inside of me was saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And instead of listening, I was so hard-headed and I still did it anyway. Okay, so this one, my balance is $6,907.53. Look at this. I'm almost done on this page. Okay. I wanted to make sure I was still in frame. So I am, whew, here we go. And here we go. AC loan. One of the worst things I could have done was to get this loan. Absolutely one of the worst things I could have done. I'm grateful that I have a new AC unit, but the price, no. All right, so the balance on this one is 7713.28. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last thing, because I'm not putting my mortgage on here, but I will put my car payment. My car loan. My car loan, as you can tell when I do my budget, is $489.52. The balance I owe on this car is $17,156.18. This is my thorn in my flesh. That is like that right there, this one, this right here, that is a royal pain in my butt. That is the most painful, aggravatingest thing that bothers me right there. So this is the snowball method. The snowball method says, pay this off, take the $34 I was paying here, put it to here. Pay this off, go into this one. Like keep going down till I have each one of these done. Here's my thing. There's no interest on this. There's no interest on this. No interest here, here. The only things that have interest is Capital One, my AC loan, my car loan. The only 3. None of these other things have interest on them. But what I do want to do is, and I'm going to do this with pencil because I was thinking about it last night. First thing I want to pay off would be this. So I'm going to put this as a 1, right? Take that extra money and put it to here, which will make this 2. Because what happens when I pay these 2 off, now my cell phone bill is lower. And so not only would I be able to take this money and apply it to debt. Yeah, I'll be able to apply this to debt. I was going to say I could use it for savings. But at least my monthly bill will drop with those. And if anybody else wants a new phone, they're going to have to pay for it on their own. That's just the way that's going to roll. So those were number 2. But what I wanted to do from there was, because these have no interest, is go here and do whatever I can to like knock this one out. Now, the thing is, I did end up getting a second job. I think I mentioned it before. I start probably, well, I'm supposed to meet with them next week on Tuesday to find out when my hours are going to be and so forth. And that money is going to be split. Maybe. It may all go to savings. But what I may end up doing is splitting it half into savings and half to knocking out this debt. Because the quicker I can get this stuff done, the better off. And I'm so ready to retire. You guys have no idea. So I'm going to pencil this in and mark this as 3. Debt Snowball says this should be next. That has no interest. I need this gone. So then my 4th thing was to knock this out because this does have interest. Yes, it does. I forgot about that. So I had this as 4, which will be next on my list. And I'm marking them with pencil because once I pay those 2 off, then we'll reevaluate and see where I'm at, and I may end up changing it. All right, so number 5 was one of my things that I just want out of my hair is this. And number 6 is this. Because I want this paid off. If I could get this paid off, I would be one happy camper. 7, then I said I would start tackling these. So I don't even want to write on the sister girl lips. I'm going to write over here. Burlington is 7. Milestone would be 8. The Mercury card would be 9. Upgrade would be 10. And I had Lending Club as 11. And this is 12. Maybe. We'll see. That's 12. This will be the final one. So this is how I'm thinking of doing it. And getting this paid off. And the thing is, like, I don't want to pull money from anywhere to pay all of this. I don't. I just don't. I don't want to touch any equity in my home to do this or none of that. I just want to pay this off and be done. So let me add up, because I'm pretty sure somebody has taken their calculator. I can think of some people who probably have started taking out their calculator and be like, what? Let's add up if I was to do this on a month, what my monthly amount is. $34.59. Oh, you know what? I stretched it out. Let me make sure you're in frame. See? Okay, you are. Let me move this candle out of the way. All right, so $34.59 plus $33.34 plus $10.20. This fluctuates, but I'm going to put 60 because that's what it normally averages. 60, 200, 18. And you never see this one in my, do you? I do put it in my budget because I was going to say I automatically have it going into an account. Let me start over. $34.59, $33.34, 20, 60, 200, 18, 25, 100, 150, 117.33, and 489.52. That's one of my paychecks. No, it's not. Oh, Lord, no. No, it's not. 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 That's almost half of one of my paychecks. So I'm going to add this 60 in. And I'm going to write here total as of, I'm going to put the 6 because this is when I looked at all these numbers. And my monthly amount is $1,247.78. Can you imagine me just saving that much every month? I know that day is coming. I do. I know that day is coming where this debt is going to be paid off. And I'm going to take $1,247.78 and it's going to go into savings. You hear me? It's going to go into retirement, investments, and everything. That money is going to grow for me. I am going to speak that thing every time I review this. All right, so let's go. My balance is $276.66 here, $620.80, $838.79, $882.49, $1237.40, $1297.83, 48, 41, 45.34, 5101.07, 6907.53, 7713.28, 17156.18. I have no comment. 48,354.85. That's all right. Oh, that just did something to me. $48,354.85. Okay. Anywho. So that's what this is. Now, as I was writing or adding this up, I also thought about, let's say once I pay these two off and then I start working on this one, what if I, decide to call them and work out a settlement and we just agree upon an amount? That's a possibility. So I'm not knocking anything out of the way, but I did want to come on and share with you guys where I'm at on my debt journey, because you see me doing my budget, you see me saving money, doing challenges and so forth, but you've never really seen me go through my debt. You see it in my budget, but you never really see it dropping. So I wanted to share this with you, and I'm thinking that what I will do is once a month. That's it. That's all debt gets, is once a month. It doesn't get as much attention as savings and budgeting. It gets once a month attention, which means I will come back. Maybe I'll do it around the 1st, or maybe I'll do it around the 6th just to be good, and update this on a monthly basis. So that way you guys can see where I'm at. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. This is my debt. This is what I owe. This is what I pay per month towards debt. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I told you I would and I haven't. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you always for subscribing, for commenting. I know I don't have a set schedule when it comes to posting. I don't. I'm trying. This month has been a busy month. Last week I had to go to Georgia, and I was trying to meet up with Tara from Journey to Wisdom and Wealth. I had to go for a wedding, but I was ripping and running so much. And now I'm going back this weekend for my oldest son's graduation. He's getting his master's. Yay! But we did find out while we were up there that their grandmother on their father's side is not doing well. So we are going to keep her in our prayers, and we're going to pray, God's blessing, and that God will heal her in the way that he see fit. So we're just playing that day by day. We're just going day by day with that one. Anyway, thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.